Hey, you're on Death of the Reader on not 2SER 107.3, but in fact the internet.
We're on the internet?
We're on the internet.
We're on there. We're not normally here. That's not true.
We still have this fancy radio tech though, so I can just turn Ben down and there's nothing he can do about it.
Put me back on. Thank you. My goodness. Quit doing it. You can't abuse your power like that. Am I on now?
Yes, you're
Can
on
you hear
now.
me? Good. Thank goodness. You better not turn off without telling me. I'll be very mad.
So, hey, we wanted to talk a little bit about Death of the Reader. It's this project we've been discussing a bit. We've kind of had it on a few videos of Doom and Echo.
Woo!
But basically, this is our new murder mystery show for radio and the internet.
Yeah, we're on a channel called 2SER 107.3, so go check that out. We're doing all that cool stuff over there. We read murder mystery novels, and we do the same sort of thing we do here. We got like one person's read the whole thing, the other one hasn't. And sometimes I get to have not read the whole thing. I have to try and solve it myself.
That's kind of what I'm
It's
looking
gonna be
forward to the
great.
most. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
Now 2SER is a community radio station, so that means we're operating on a razor thin budget of $0 dues.
Woo! So
But
send us all of your money so that we can produce more episodes. That's what we're saying.
but basically all that means for you guys is that the stuff is going to be available live streaming when it goes to air, which is at
Sunday, 9 p.m. AEST. That's Australian Eastern Savings Time.
yes.
Unless we're on daylight savings.
If you're in Sydney, that'll be on 107.3 on the FM band.
Yeah.
If you're on the internet, that'll be at 2ser.com.
Yep.
And then
all the episodes will also be like archived online on 2ser.com.
Yep.
So go check that out.
we'll also have podcast episodes up on iTunes,
Everywhere.
Whooshka, YouTube, all over the place.
Everywhere you can put a podcast, it's there. And if you want to help us out, just go listen to all of them. Every single one.
Yeah, people will sometimes ask creators they like, hey, what's the best way to support you? I mean, it doesn't matter. We're a community station, budgets, whatever.
Yep.
But if you do want to impress our boss, hit the download on iTunes and then watch it wherever you want because we got to get them numbers up.
Absolutely. iTunes is the one the boss watches, all right? So get over there. Hit that download button.
All right.
Slap that like button.
Yeah. Geez, what else do we have to say about Death of the Reader Herds?
I mean, it's going to be a good time. It's just the two of us. Well, that's not true, actually. It's mostly just the two of us. We can make it if we try.
We have guests.
We have guest stars. So the way that the show kind of works in the middle of it, between us, just like talk about the novel and us finding it out in our death arena that we have set up in the studio.
Yep.
We're also having people on to just talk about the novel and kind of adjacent topics. So if you want to hear some like professors and authors and uni lecturers, whatever we can scrape together, real professional types, then come have a listen.
Yeah, and if you want to hear anyone on the show, let us know because now that we're working with a station that's been established and running in Sydney for 35 some years, I think it's nearly 40 now. That means that we have a little bit more pull to get people on the show.
Yeah. So if you have anyone you want to have on, or like of anyone cool, let us know. The other thing is that we know what we're doing for like the first 2 books we're gonna do, but we don't know exactly what we're gonna do after that. So if you have any suggestions for books we should check out, I know that, and then there were None by Agatha Christie. It's gonna be like the top pick.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if there are any other novels you want us to do, then let us know and we'll see if we can get them covered.
Yeah, kind of the sell for the show is that we're doing a murder mystery world tour.
Yeah.
Where we're going to be kind of tracing the connections between various authors and, this author inspired this author and trying to expand around the world and get a bunch of different literature, ultimately leading to us sneaking an Umaneko onto our radio audience.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be great. I think that'll be like the last thing we do. It'll be like our final send-up. But we'll get there. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this show. I've been wanting to do something like this for a long time and being like on the radio, on the air, doing something crazy like this.
Yeah, I studied radio and broadcasting at uni, and I was basically talking about the online playthrough with one of my lecturers, and they were constantly like, well, why don't you make it into a radio show, make it into a radio show, make it into a radio show, and I'm like, all right, fine, we're doing it.
Yeah, for those of you guys who've been bugging us about like, when are you guys gonna turn it into a podcast, gonna turn the show into a podcast so we can just listen to it? This is it. This is the beginning of that.
Yeah, we've done one better. Everyone has a podcast, but we got a radio show.
A show and a podcast.
Oh, it's a little silly.
Yeah,
anyway,
it's great.
I think we should address the concern that this does not mean that Higurashi is stopping.
No.
This does not mean that anything is stopping. This will likely replace our Wednesday slot.
Yep, it'll probably keep going over there unless we find something else to put in. But we're gonna keep going with Igarashi and Kikonia, I guess, whenever that is available.
Yeah, Kikonia is an interesting one because
'cause it's-
supposedly we'll get one this year, but then we have another 7+ years to wait for the rest of it. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Ryukishi, get a proper release schedule, would you?
Yeah. So the first novel we covered is The Three Taps by Ronald Knox, as Herds mentioned. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Flex and Herds, that's what we're calling
we'll call
ourselves.
that. So don't call us whatever it is you've heard us call ourselves on this channel. When we don't have those names anymore. He's Flex.
Yeah, and this is Herds.
Thank you.
It's been legally changed.
Legally. That's what it says on my birth certificate now. That's how much this goes. That's how deep this goes. This
Yeah,
ploy.
the Australian consulate was very confused with that one.
I've heard of worse names. Isn't there someone called their kid like the numbers of pi or something? I'm sure that's a thing.
There are definitely some personal favorites of mine for weird names, but a few of them I know personally, so I don't want to insult them.
You don't want to name and shame them.
No, I do not.
That's all right. Yeah, no.
Um,
But yeah, I think, keep up on that stuff. We're on, we're posting updates on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Flex and Herds.
Yes, we are.
Repeat, at Flex and Herds. So go get those some love.
links in the description, pop-up
Yeah.
links in the corner and
Yeah,
all
yeah,
that.
yeah. We'll have to link the website too, but we don't have all that set up yet. So look forward to those in the future. Future fans.
Or maybe they'll be ready as we post this because we're organized and not amateurs.
Well, in which case we just have to cut all this and
No,
just get on with our
nothing's
lives.
getting cut.
You
Nothing's
have to
getting
cut
cut.
something.
Oh god, it's clipping hard. How do I
cut
even
that.
use this expensive equipment?
Yeah, we're in-
Hold on. Yeah, there we go. That's right. I gotta just turn Herds down. That's how it works.
That's true. Just turn me off.
That's the best way to keep our levels flat.
It's true. Yeah, we're in this studio right now, which somehow it's even harder to keep me from clipping than in our makeshift studio in Flex's house.
Well, because at home I've had time to tweak it and make it the way that I want.
true,
Where here
it's
I'm
true.
using other people's equipment.
yeah, entirely fair.
Yeah, but so as I was saying before we tangented, typical us. The first novel we
Oh, you typical Flex.
Yeah, you know it. The first novel we covered is The Three Taps by Ronald Knox.
Who's that? There's some crazy author guy who made some rules or something. He was like a priest or something. Who knows?
I'm sure
He's
the
not
Umaneko
important.
audience is familiar with the name.
Oh, yeah. Three
but-
Taps is a good time. It's the introduction of Miles Braddon. One of his-
Yes.
Maybe his only detective. I don't know. I mean, there was some guys in the first novel he wrote about the Viaduct murders. We haven't read that yet.
This is his serial detective, Miles
this
Braddon.
is his boy. Best boy, except for Pulteney.
It's a little bit absurdist. It's a little bit fun. It's a little goofy. It's
a
got a puzzle I loved.
It's like right up our alley.
It 100%
as
is.
natural comedians. Yeah, I guess we'll see you guys on the stream. I guess, and we won't see you, but you'll hear us, and that's what matters.
You know what I'm most looking forward to?
Oh, tell me.
I'm looking forward to them hearing the theme song we had made. It's not very anime. I don't know if
It
they'll be
doesn't
into
matter.
it.
It doesn't matter. They'll enjoy it if I tell them to enjoy it. And
Play
that's
the
what-
music!
Play